a girl got pregnant. Dependable for a man. I've never to start selling sweets. Whatever I had to do to survive. We broke up. So I started my online business at ice cream selling room number. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Sheka Beats, and in this video I will let you guys know a bit more about me and my entrepreneurship journey and what life is as an entrepreneur so far. To learn more about my entrepreneurship journey, you can continue watching this video and learn a bit more about your girl. How I knew I wanted to become an entrepreneur. So when I was in after graduated high school and I went to sixth form, I didn't know what I wanted to be in high school. I did science, I did chemistry, biology, I did accounting also, but I wasn't interested in chemistry and bio, and I wasn't interested in becoming a nurse or any of that one. From I was a teenager, I didn't like the idea to work for anyone. So after I graduated from high school, I went back to sixth form and I was trying to figure out what am I going to do in my life since I'm not going to college and I don't know what I want to do as yet. And I've left high school with my subjects. So after I left high school and I'm at sixth form, in the morning I decided to start selling sweets for all the students or children that are in high school and now selling sweets. Big up on yourself, cause this when entrepreneurship mindset is going to start from. So I normally sell frozen jello and little black cherry sweets and also Bobby. So what we would do is I would go in the town of Black River. I went to Black River High School and we will go in the town at even time. A friend of mine and we'll purchase two jello and then I froze them overnight and then bring them into school in the early morning. So I attend school at 7 a.m. and I would sell them on the bus going to school and when I reach the school. So I try my best to sell off the frozen jello. And sometimes if we haven't sold them, you know what, them are gonna melt. So we'll sell them breaks time. So that's where my entrepreneurship journey started from. After that, no, I was dating someone and I told them that I'm interested in getting a bar. So I wanted to do a clothes store also, and he said he would help me, but I wasn't really interested in the clothes store because he was telling me the procedure and blah blah blah, and I wasn't really interested. So I said, okay, then let's get a bar. So one of my cousins was running a bar, and we decided to ask them for that bar. However, we did not get it through them. We got it through the owner. So means I was going to Sixth Farm. I was running the bar, still selling my sweetie as my side hustle in the morning, and that's what helped me through Sixth Farm, the bar, and selling sweets. Yes, that's where I started from. So after that, after the bar and everything, we broke up, and I moved on. I moved on to college. So when I was in college, I moved on to college in October. I didn't started college the November, the September. I started college the October. So when I was in college, I got the opportunity. My mom gave me the opportunity to go on the J1 program. And when I was over there, I worked for 4 months, and then I started to sell. I said, I'm not going to use my money to purchase clothes and stuff because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not a person who likes to go out because I don't got the cash to go out. And I'm not going to go out of my way to get money to go places that I cannot afford. So I use my profit that I made, money, to pay for my tuition. So I did that and I purchased some clothing. So I started my online business by the name of Tashanique underscore boutique. That's where Tashanique underscore boutique invented from. So that J1 program, I invested my money there. I started to sell clothes, men and women clothing. I also sell lashes and I do makeup. Yes, I was interested in doing makeup, so I would do that as my side hustle while going to college. You know, I wasn't good. I was practicing, but I still invested in my craft because I see that is something that I love, so I did it. So means that in college, I would normally, I said, all right, I need to, after I start selling clothes, I'm like, I'm not going to get clothes to sell every day. So I needed to start something else. So after I started selling clothes, now I said, okay, I need to do something else. So I started selling back sweets. So a friend of mine in college, we would normally walk at night and knock on person's door, and we will ask them, you wanted a sweetie to purchase or whatever? Me and tell her, say, but it's shame. But me do what I have to do because a girl have to survive. I'm a sell sweets. So I say everybody starts selling sweets, so I start selling ice cream. So I say, okay, the fridge is there. I'm not really buying food and groceries like that. So why not try selling ice cream? So I purchased 2 boxes of ice cream and I started selling ice cream. I would write a sign that ice cream selling room number 9, or I'll leave my friend if I'm not there to sell the ice cream for me. And I sell ice cream, I sell clothes, and I sell sweets, and I do makeup while in college. However, in 2020, I wasn't planning to go back on the J1 program at all because my mom said she doesn't have the money to send me. So, what was I going to do? But maybe God has told her that COVID was going to hit and we would have lost our money if we went on the J1 program. So, what I did was after the COVID came, I moved back home. I didn't want to stay there, so I went to Westmoreland and rent a place. And we were living there and stuff, and I was like, I was still selling my clothes and stuff, so I was still surviving to pay my rent and stuff. So after being in Westmoreland, a girl got pregnant. So I got pregnant after I left college. During COVID, I became pregnant. So I was like, I'm a person who loves to change. If one thing isn't working out for me, I'm moving on to the next. I'm not staying there and trying to let it work or back it out me and move on. Moving on. I'm not staying. So and that's just go for business. Um so after there now I was pregnant. I was about 4 or 5 months pregnant. I saw this lash trend going around where everybody is becoming this fusion lash technician and stuff. So I said, okay, I want to become a fusion lash technician. So I went ahead and borrowed my my grandmother's money and I asked my dad. My dad is living in the States. I asked my dad, could you help me to do this? I want to do it so whenever I get my child I can have something for him to depend on, to mind him because me not dependable for a man. I've never been and I'll never will. So after that my daddy gave me the money and my grandma lent me the money and I put it together and it was a sum of $55,000. And an ex-friend of mine followed me to Mandeville to do that class. Big up to her. Thank you if you're watching. And I did my class and I practiced. I did a private class because I'm not a person, I do not love group. Because sometimes a girl is shy to get along with people. And I don't think I would have learned as much as I learned either with the group with the private class, if you get what I'm saying. So after that, I did I did the lashes and stuff, and I named myself Diamond Lash Studio. So if you knew Diamond Lash Studio, I was the owner of Diamond Lash Studio. I was located in Savalamar, and I was also located in Santa Cruz and Montego Bay. So you see, I moved from one location to the next location to the next location because that's just me. I will try. If it's not working there, I will go to somewhere else. I wouldn't say it's not working. I wasn't pushing it out. I wasn't promoting myself as I should. Because I don't think it was for me. I was just following the crowd because everybody's doing it. So I decided to do it also. So after I did the lashes and stuff, I opened a shop in South, and I think it was Midtown Mall. I didn't stay there 2 months. I was pregnant while doing it, and my mindset wasn't there. After I was there doing lashes and stuff, my feet swole on me, so I wasn't interested. I only got one customer. One customer. Imagine renovating a place and stuff and only get one customer. Well, I wasn't from the area, so nobody knew me. I did a little promotion and stuff. I give out flyers and stuff, thinking I would get customers, but I only got one, and she was from Negril. And I want to thank her to this day for being my only supporter in Savalamar. After being in Sav, and I moved back home. I moved back to St. Elizabeth because, girl, Westmoreland wasn't for me. So I moved back home to St. Elizabeth to live with my grandmom. After I gave birth to my prince, I went to Santa Cruz to work at a spa, and I was doing lashes out there. So what we would do, we would share. I couldn't afford to rent the station, so what? Because I lived in Treasure Beach, and to rent a station, and every day make go the lashes, and then you have to travel from Treasure Beach go all the way to Santa Cruz. It's expensive. So we came to an agreement to share the commission. So I would give her a percentage of whatever I made a day. So if I do three, four lashes, you get a percentage out of the three, four lashes that I've done that day. Okay. And I did that, and then I start working with her, and we did like I knew how to do hair, I knew how to do makeup, I knew how to do pedicure, manicure, because I did cosmetology in high school. So I knew a little bit of everything, and I knew how to do massages also. So I did all of that while working with her, and it would go vice versa. So I would give her a percentage, and she would give me a percentage also. So while working with her, I had a great experience, but my mindset wasn't there. So I moved from there to Montego Bay. So I rented a house in Montego Bay with my friend, and there I'm like, I wasn't working because I had a young baby in Montego Bay, and it was just my friend and I and the child. And I was like, I'm going to hire somebody to take care of my child and go work. But it didn't last not even 2 days. The lady did not stay with me not even 2 days. Okay. So I reached out to some persons who already had their shop in Montego Bay, and I would ask them, hello, I am Diamond Lash Studio. I do fusion lashes, I do classic sets, and I do volume set. I was wondering if I could rent a station for a day whenever I have a person available to do lashes, or I would travel to the person's home to do lashes, and that was very risky in Montego Bay, but I am a bigger staker, so it didn't matter. So I did like a few lashes at the girl salon, and after that I got a job. I got a job at a call center, and it was okay. I was working there about 2 months, and then I got another job at another call center, and it wasn't, as I said, I don't like working for anyone. And the moment somebody steps to me, feeling as if they are, how should I put it now? The moment somebody steps to me feeling as if they are more than me, or I'm wearing a short dress and you're gonna, not short dress, but I have a little bit of thickness. So whenever I'm in clothing, when I walk, my clothes ride up. Supervisors that are on the floor would stop and say, "Oh, your clothes is too short. I'm going to report you. I'm going to write you down." Why would you do that? Same place. We are work the same place. Why would you do that? Because you mean that you're in a higher position than I am? Anyways, I was there working during training and stuff. And after training, I spent only, I think, 1 week or 3 days on the floor, and I didn't return. My son was living in St. Elizabeth and I was in Montego Bay because I had the full time job. I was able to pay my grandmother to take care of my child because the job that I got, it paid me well. Okay, full, but I made a decision to move back home. So I moved back home around 2021. No, before I moved back home, I love doing makeup and stuff, and I realized that lashes just wasn't it. So I changed my name from Diamond Lash Studio to Sheka Beauty Studio because I'm like, Diamond Lash Studio isn't working anymore, so let's try something new. So I changed from Diamond Lash Studio to Sheka Beauty Studio, and I rented a station at the mall. A mall in Montego Bay. I don't remember. And then I rented there. I spent about 2 weeks and it wasn't working, so I like another deal where I would pay like 5,000 JMD, where I would use a lash bed and a makeup station. I said, why not? Because where I was at first, I was paying like 6,500. So I said, why not? I'm going to take that offer. So I moved from that place and went to work with that girl. After I was there about 2 weeks. I'm like, on Christmas Eve, I said, no, I'm coming home to my child. Like, I miss my child. I'm not going to let the new year start without being with my child. So I moved back home here in St. Elizabeth and lived with my son. However, the place that I was working in Santa Cruz, I started to work back out there. And I was doing lashes, facial. She taught me how to do facial. And I was working there, but and then I started to work full time for her, so she would pay me by week and stuff. And then we had a little disagreement, and I decided to leave because it wasn't going to be beneficial to me that way. After that, now I was at home. I'm at home, and I said, okay, clothing. I stopped selling clothing because persons all they would do is trust. So I wasn't interested in selling clothing anymore. So I stopped selling clothing. I was like, okay, what am I going to do to survive? I have my child to take care of. Um, I don't have any nigga taking care of me. I'm taking care of myself. So what am I going to do? So I decided to start doing hair. So I watch a couple YouTube videos. I practice on my own hair and stuff. And persons would see me and say, "Oh, who do your hair?" I did butterfly locks and I practice on myself. And I got my first customer. And she's like, "Oh, could you come to the house and do my hair for me? I like it." I say, "Okay, no problem." And I tried and say, "Okay, this is a good idea. This can work." So I started to do butterfly locks, soft locks, lace wig, um, braids. I didn't know how to braid, but I learned how to braid, baby, because me, I wanted to learn something new to gain some income. And I was also interested in being a YouTuber about got pregnant and I'm doing makeup and I have a child, a boy. I was like, no, I don't want to see my son waking up every day seeing me do makeup. But I gotta do what I gotta do. So I gotta erase that mindset that I had and start doing whatever I had to do to survive. So after I've done I start traveling to person's home. If there are bartenders, I would go to the bar. If they're at their house, I would go to their house. I would just charge them an extra fee, and the fee is not expensive. It would be a $500 or $1,000 to go to their house and do. So we're in Jamaica, so here just I got people, yeah, I go to them head. Me. So I normally do that, and then I start working at my grandmother's veranda. So I changed my Instagram name from Sheka Beauty Studio to Sheka Beats because I always wanted to know Sheka Beats. The reason why I come up with that name is for Beats by Dev. I always admire that girl makeup. Her makeups are always on fleek, so I always admire it. So that's the reason why I said, okay, my name is Tashika, so why not take off TA and turn it into Sheka Beats? And I like that name, and persons like that name also. So I named myself Sheka Beats, and here I am today doing YouTube and doing hair and doing makeup, no longer selling clothes, no longer doing fusion lashes, and I'm just doing what God has designed me to do. So now I got a shop in my community to start working, and I'm grateful for where I'm at today. So this was just a video to indicate no matter how life may be hard or seems hard out there, just remember that there's a God, and you should have faith in God because we have to go down some rocky road for it to want me. I'm not at the stage in my life where I want to be, not even close to where I want to be, but I'm here and I really want to become a YouTuber full time. I want to become a YouTuber full time, but all of these takes time and we got to work hard towards whatever we're working towards. So this was just a little background about me and my journey and many businesses that have failed, or I wouldn't say failed, but I stopped doing them and start something else. And this is working out pretty good for me. I have bring a plus to my community because I'm the only person I think no, I'm not the only person in my community who does who does here, but I take this very seriously. It's quality over quantity for me. If my work quality is not good, I don't feel good about myself. And in businesses, you're gonna have some persons that you have to face, you have to deal with. It's just business. In every business, you have difficult people and you have cool people that you got to deal with. So this is just a motivational speech for persons who are out there stuck and doesn't want to leave that boring job that is just paying you 9,000 JMD a week. Like, can 9,000 JMD pay your bills? Just saying. But I am not mocking anyone or being against 9 to 5, but I'm just not a person to do 9 to 5 because there's no way someone is going to have their two hands and I am going to work for that amount of money and bringing you a lump sum of money. No, I'm going to figure it out. Just as how you have figured it out, I am going to figure it out also. So, this is a little background information about me. And it was nice doing this type of video. I think I'm going to do this video more. So if you liked this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. And I really enjoy doing this. You see me a smile? Really enjoy doing this. And the girl has been investing in my channel. I've invested in a new iPhone. I've invested in some ring lights and stuff because the girl want to produce good content. And another side hustle is becoming a YouTuber. Why not? Because it's another side hustle, but you gotta be consistent. I'm trying my best to be consistent because I know that in the end, I will reap whatever I sow. Yeah, and we have to create before we walk. So if you want to know more about me, please leave a comment in the comment section of the video that you want to see next. And peace out.